Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Abysinio Stadium, home of the Salesianum Sals. Tonight, the 5-2 Sals have their homecoming game against the 4-3 Middletown Cavaliers. I'm Tim Grace alongside Luca Pia. Luca, what can we expect to see tonight?
We should expect a very competitive matchup. It is going to be a rematch of last year's state championship game where Middletown was able to secure the title against the Salesianum Sals. However, the Sals are coming back with an incredible passing game as we have seen over the past few weeks. As they've been utilized this pass game much more than in previous years, we should expect to see more of the same tonight. Brady Knapp has been throwing for an impressive 993 yards and 14 touchdowns on the season as he looks to continue this momentum against the Middletown Cavaliers. His favorite target, Jamar Taylor, has 7 of those touchdowns with 426 receiving yards.
I mean, tonight we're looking to see Knapp hopefully pass that millennium mark, but the Sals won the coin toss, they deferred, and here comes Brendan Avila to kick this one away. And we're off. That's a line drive recovered at the 30-yard line, being taken out. He's got a hole. Rides it up to about the 43. That's Jock Wilson on that one, number 49.
It was a line drive kick. He took it, and it was coming real fast. Able to get a good return out of it, however, up to pretty good field position.
Here comes the Cavalier offense led by senior quarterback number 7, Darian Cunningham. Glover to his other hip. Handoff up the middle to Glover. Glover's got a little bit of room, powering forward, able to fall. Gets about 2 yards on that one.
Not too much going on that play. Able to fight for 2 yards, but that's all he's going to get. Runs into a wall of Salesianum defensive line.
Second down and 8 here for the Cavaliers. Cunningham sends a man in motion, drops back. Fires over the middle. It caught there.
Might have been flagged for an illegal motion. See what the call is.
As of right now, 3rd down and 2 for the Cavs. Good opening drive. And Luca, you were dead on there. Looks like it was an illegal motion against the Cavaliers.
They'll be moving the ball back after the illegal motion. The 41.
Third down and 12. Cavaliers put a tight end in the game, number 9, Tyseer Young. Cunningham sends a man in motion. Handoff up the middle again. Powering through, able to just barely get to midfield. It's Makai Walker on that play. There's a flag as he goes down.
He got a nice run down the left side and might be coming back from a flag, however.
And there's a hold called against that Middletown offensive line, sending them back another couple of yards. Unfortunate start to what would have been a pretty good first drive.
They had 2 good plays called back for fouls already, so we'll have to see. I'll have to make up for this. Second down still.
Still second down. 3rd time's the charm here. 2nd and 20 for the Cavs. Cunningham sends his tight end in motion. play action. He's got plenty of room, spinning around, brought down after about 10 yards on the rush.
Quarterback's going to keep it there, gets himself to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 10. They'll have a long 3rd down after all those penalties.
Cunningham clears the backfield, drops to pass. The rush is on him. He sends this one deep to absolutely nobody. Looks like his intended target there was Darian Rutledge, junior wide receiver, but he had been double covered by Yas Smith and Matt Castleverra. The ball was just overthrown a little too much. 4th and 10.
A quick 3 and out for the Salesianum defense to start this game. We'll see if their offense will make the first score of the game.
One of the more eventful 3 and outs I've seen. Robert Bishop here. Oh, it's a fake punt. He decides to punt this one anyway. This one's bouncing around. It's a really good punt, actually. Goes all the way to the 12-yard line where the Sal's will have to set up shop for their opening drive.
That was a very good punt. He's going to fake it, but then decided to punt it anyway, and ends up getting no one expecting it, no one to return it, just rolls down to the 12-yard line. Salesianum has a long field ahead of them.
Here's Brady Knabb leading this offense onto the field. Got 5 wide to open the game. Knabb brings Jasir Gaiman to his hip. Handoff up the gut. Gaiman couldn't quite hit that hole. No gain on the play.
It was completely stopped. They tried bringing the running back and then going down the middle, did not go anywhere. It'd be 2nd down.
Knabb's got 2 receivers each side. Gaiman on his right hip. Sends Gaiman out, drops to pass, fires for a screen to Jamar Taylor. Taylor makes one-man miss. He's going, takes 3 Cavaliers to tackle Jamar Taylor there. 3rd down and short for the Sal's.
Huge pass. He was open on the screen, and then he just went and ran with it, beat a defender, and then just powered through 2 more to get the extra yards after contact. And incredible gain to start off. And looks like it will still be 3rd and 1.
Sal's filling the wide side of the field with receivers. Knabb hands off up the middle to Gaiman, who's brought down after a modest gain. Still enough for a Salesianum 1st down. Another handoff up the gut. Gaiman, he's able to cut through the D-line, able to get to the linebackers before being brought down. About 5 yards on that one.
Been looking good so far on these runs down the middle. Getting a good consistent few yards out each play out of them. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Knabb sends his tight end Trubiano in motion. Hand off to Gaiman on the counter. Gaiman slips in the backfield and is brought down. Loss of about half a yard.
Another 3rd down.
Nab gets the play from the sideline, sends Devin Hassan in motion around the backfield. Nab looks to throw over the middle to Jamar Taylor for an easy completion there. First down, Salesianum.
That's why he's his favorite target. You'll get him, just comes around and able to catch it with the man on his back and able to get the first down.
Nab looks to throw again, fires to Tyseer Jones, who's hit from behind right after the catch. They'll call it 3 yards on that one.
Salesianum's going to be utilizing a lot of quick passes with their many receivers, often running 4 to 5 receivers in play, and utilizing all of them in short passes to get good yards after contact.
And that's just an unfortunate miscommunication there. False start on everybody except the center. That'll send it back for 2nd down and 12. LaSalle's looking to get these 5 yards back quickly, hopefully a bit more. Cavaliers showing blitz. They got the box loaded. Nab drops to pass. He's got plenty of time in the pocket. Rolls right, complete to James Elias, who immediately hits the deck for a good 6-yard gain.
Nab was able to evade that potential sack, able to get around the rushers, and they're looking to blitz, ended up pulling back for coverage, still able to get a few good yards out of the play.
Elias there, shades of Tyler Lockett, getting right down after the completion, not risking getting hurt unnecessarily. We got 3rd down and medium. 4 receivers for Brady Nab. Nab looks to throw again. He's got pressure. He's going deep for Devin Hassan. Hassan's got a ton of room. Devin Hassan, touchdown, Salesianum.
Way to start off the game with huge play. He's able to just beat the man and just goes straight in the go route, able to get it over the top and runs. No one left to go, just beats no one to beat, and he just goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Salesianum.
Nab, incredible throw under pressure there. As here comes Aiden DeLucia to get this point after for the Sal's. Easy flag there for the refs. False start against Middletown. That'll just shift this point after up a yard. I don't even know if Kirby and DeLucia are going to move up. They might just stay at the same spot. Emery has snaps held by Kirby. The kick is blocked. It's Cameron Joyner there with the blocked kick for Middletown. Just able to get around the edge quick, jump up, and get a mid over it.
That could end up having a huge impact, just the 1-point conversion. Those are usually consistent, but blocks kicked by Middletown might be enough for a momentum shift. They can respond with a touchdown themselves. They can take the lead. You have a replay of the huge throw. Just open there. He's able to get the touchdown. Hassan, Nab throwing to Hassan there, able to almost avoid a near sack and potential fumble. They would just get it out really quickly.
Here comes Brendan Avila for this kickoff, trying to shake off the blocked kick. This one's away, another line drive. This time it bounces, is recovered at the 14-yard line. Brought up all the way to the 36 before the pile is stopped. That was Sire Grimes on that return.
Middletown offense is going to need to work on these penalties this drive. Last drive, they got messed up by the penalties. They need to work on staying disciplined and not doing too many unnecessary penalties.
Back out here, of course, Darian Cunningham. Cunningham looks to throw off play action. He's got pressure. He's going deep. Throw out of bounds. Just avoid that big loss on the play. And there is a flag in the backfield. It looks like Cunningham was having a word with Odell Teal. Let's see who the referee was going to call in the wrong. Obviously 15 yards here, just depends which direction. Referee decides to pick it up as Teal and Cunningham's comments were mostly playful from how both of them reacted to the flag being dropped. 2nd and 10. Cunningham drops to pass again. Fires over the middle, quickly complete to Daniel Davis, junior receiver, for a quick gain there. 3rd down and 6.
So 3rd and medium, they need to get this 1st down. It's a good short pass, but need to go a little bit deeper this time. 3rd down.
LaSalle sending in another DB. There's Tyseer Jones. Here's Cunningham to throw. He's got pressure up the middle. He's rolling out left. He's got more pressure. Roman Tribbiano with the pressure there. Deflected by Matt Casalvera on the blitz. And that one goes out of bounds to nobody. Another 4th down for the Cavs.
Tribbiano able to provide that pressure and force him to throw it away. Another 3-and-out stop for Salesianum. We'll just get the ball right back.
Incredible tag team effort there. Casalvera able to use his defensive back speed to catch up to Tribbiano, get a hand on that ball. Casalvera pulling the returners up. Looks like the Sal's are just going to go all-out block for this one, as Darian Cunningham remains the punter. Looks like the Cavaliers are playing mind games here, keeping their quarterback to punt. Although he also just has a heck of a leg, as that one is going to be downed at the 8-yard line.
Another incredible punt, putting it down really deep. And last drive, Salesianum was able to score a touchdown anyway, but good punter is always very useful.
Here comes Nab, and that's the Salesianum offense. Two receivers on either side. Gaiman on his right hip. Cavalier defense showing blitz. You got one of the Cavaliers jumping for joy around the bottom of your screen as Tyseer Jones goes in motion. Looks like Cameron Joyner was onto something, as there's a flag on that play. Looks like Elias was in the neutral zone when he shouldn't have been. Referee finally dropping the flag once the ball is snapped. Pushed back 5 yards. 1st and 15. Nab in his own end zone now.
You have to be careful about potential blitz. Don't want to get sacked in their own end zone.
Joyner still jumping, trying to get someone's attention as Nab looks to throw. He's got pressure. He's going deep for Jamar Taylor in double coverage. Physical double coverage. No flag on the play. 2nd down and 15.
Middletown definitely brought the blitz on that play. They forced Nab to throw a deep one, but wasn't able to get it to connect.
Nab's got 3 receivers on his right side. Taylor and Gaiman on his left. Cameron Joyner still jumping around. In his coverage against James Elias. Nab rolls out, fires quickly to Gaiman in the end zone. Gaiman shakes 1 tackle, is brought down after a very short gain. Might call it 1 yard.
Gaiman was able to break the tackle, get out of the end zone, and turn it into two back to the line of scrimmage. That was very risky, but they were able to end up getting out of the bad situation.
Now we got 3rd and 15. Joyner still on a trampoline out there. Is Nab giving his guys an audible. Drops to pass. Fires complete to Tyseer Jones, diving at the 15-yard line.
Perfectly thrown ball between 2 linebackers, and he's able to get it perfectly in the inside. He runs the in route, and it's going to be a good 1st down conversion out of really backed up territory. It's going to be a huge play on this drive.
Great awareness there from Jones, diving for the chains, knowing where he is on the field, what his mark to gain is, and then getting there, keeping this offense on the field and extending their drive. Middletown sends their safeties low. Nab hands off the middle to Gaiman. Gaiman cuts around, spins before being brought down after a gain of about 4 yards there. As Gaiman is being given a breather by Deladon and his backup running back, sophomore E.J. Cotton.
Able to get a good run at the 1st down. Able to dodge a few defenders.
This one up the middle to Cotton. He's got some pretty decent blocks. Able to power through. Churning his legs there, able to fight for 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. That's something that Cotton's been really good at this season, is just getting those yards after contact, never giving up until he hears that whistle, and it goes right back to him. And this time, that effort is not going to be enough. It'll be 4th and short.
We'll see if they want to go for it, 4th and 2. I mean, going for it would be risky, but we'll see if they'll decide to. It's very short.
Looks like Coach Deladon's going to use his first of 3 timeouts in this half to try and talk it over with his players, to try and give them a perfect play here to get these 2 yards. The WSAL send out their punt unit here. James McGovern back to boot this one away. The snap is low. McGovern's punt is up. Might have been tipped. Fair catch signaled for at the 39. As Jacoby Rogers gets that one for the Cavaliers. And about the same field position they had each of their first 2 drives. Let's see if they can finally make something of it.
Middletown is still looking for their first down of the game. They have gone 3 and out twice already. They need to get a conversion somehow.
Here's Darian Cunningham for the 3rd time tonight. Cunningham, 3 receivers, a tight end and a back. Handoff up the middle. Plenty of room there for Makai Walker.
Runs right up the gap and is able to get a good few yards past the linebackers. And it's a good gain, first down.
Not quite first down yardage. He's second into Wawa Hoagie. Handoff up the middle again. It's right back to Walker, who's able to dive forward for another 7 yards after that one.
Middletown gets their first down of the game.
Also their first time past midfield to start a play. Here's Cunningham, just another handoff. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he's able to shake a couple tackles. There goes Walker. He's going down the sideline. He's still being chased, brought down at about the 12-yard line.
That was just an incredible run. He's able to get by, breaks multiple tackles, run all the way across the field, then takes open space and runs with it. And a huge gain by Middletown offense. The running game's been working a lot this drive.
Cunningham again, just another handoff. This one finally stopped the line of scrimmage pile being put back. They'll call it a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Here's Cunningham, sends a man in motion. Takes a snap, rolls out. He's got a bit of room before being knocked out of bounds. They'll call it a gain of 3. It might be 3rd down and 5.
Gonna try to keep it, rolls out to the right and doesn't get too much out of it. Enough for a 3rd and medium, but not too much else.
Cunningham shifts his formation. Sends a man in motion. Handoff up the gut. It's going to be close. Not quite first down yardage. But it's going to be 4th and short in the red zone. Do you take the 3 points that's right in front of you, or go for 6? It's a question that coach will have to answer during the short break between the first 2 quarters. The Sal's lead 6-0 after 1. Sal's keeping their regular defense out there. It looks like the Cavaliers are going to go for it here. Cunningham, in the middle of a split backfield, 3 receivers and a tight end. Or, pardon me, no tight end. Sends a receiver in motion. He's followed by Austin Thomas in coverage. Back the other way, trying to tire out the safety. Both edges, Teal and Van Verhoeven. Jump on that one. First and goal on the 2-yard line here now. Much more comfortable position for the Cavaliers.
It's very unlucky. In 4th and 2, offense is definitely looking to jump the defense off sides, and they'll get that first down in really short field position. They only need a couple more yards for a touchdown, and that's exactly what they wanted.
Cavaliers making a couple substitutions.
After the penalty, 4th and 1 for the Cavaliers.
Pardon me, this was just half the distance. It's still 4th and 1. Now they got Amari Glover in the Wildcat, though. Glover sends a receiver in motion. Takes this one. He's going to the right side. And he stopped. Incredible job by the Salesianum defense. Jay Burrell, Odell Teal, and Kevin McConaughey on that tackle. Incredible gang tackling from the Sals. Able to turn it over on downs.
Huge stop, preventing the score. That's really all you need out of the defense, and they will get the stop, get the ball back in the Salesianum offense's hands, which has been really incredible so far.
Salesianum will take a run downs, 1st and 10. At their own 4-yard line.
This may prove to be a huge momentum shift here for the Sals. They were able to get that one explosive touchdown. But aside from that, this game hasn't been too, I don't know if electric's the right word, but Brady Knabb certainly wants a little more zip for the Salesianum offense.
Knabb will once again be standing in his own end zone to start the drive.
Knabb drops to pass. He's got pressure. He's firing. Picked off right into the end zone there. Daniel Davis with what could be a pick 6, but there is a flag on the play.
Pass is intercepted by number 11.
To see what this flag is, but Knabb just had 3 open rushers on him, and he was stuck in the pocket, so he couldn't just throw it away. Had to force a throw there, and ends up getting picked and just taken to the house.
The Cavaliers will decline the holding penalty as they tie this game at 6, looking to take a 1-point lead early in this second quarter.
Number 92, Braden Kelly, on for the point after under the Sire Grimes hold.
Braden Kelly set to kick this one up for the Cavaliers. And this one's a line drive, just barely clears the crossbar. Cavs take the lead.
With 11:48 remaining in the first half, it's Middletown 7, Salesianum 6.
Just really unlucky for Salesianum. They had the ball, but just the pressure in the end zone, forced to throw that was not very good, and pick 6. Middletown will take the lead after the missed extra point by Salesianum earlier in the game. It would have tied it up.
Now for the first time tonight is the Salesianum kick return unit Got Jasir Gaiman on the left and Tyseer Jones on the right. The Cavaliers will kick this one away from the left hash. This one's up. Recovered by Jones at the 19-yard line. He's going around to the left side. He's got a bit of room. He's got 2 men to beat. He's able to break that first tackle, but he's brought down on his way forward. Incredible return there for the junior as the Sal's get the ball on their own 45-yard line.
He's done a great job this season reversing the field on his kick returns, finding the open gap, and the entire kicking unit charging to one side. He just goes to the other and ends up getting taken down to 45. Another incredible return on the season.
Earlier in the season, Jones had a kick return taken all the way to the house. He's trying to emulate that one as Nab hands this one to Gaiman up the middle. Gaiman is stuffed almost immediately, but he's able to lean forward before his progress is stopped. Line judge will call it a gain of 1 yard.
Number 74, Josiah Guerrero stretching on the hit for Middletown. Pick up 1, second down for the South.
Nab in 5 wide now. Sends Gaiman in motion. It's just a jet sweep. Gaiman's got a bit of room. He's able to cross midfield, but not too much more. He's knocked out of bounds. This will be 3rd down and 2.
Gaiman on the jet sweep found some good open space and took it. Was able to get a lot of yards on that play.
And now the Sal's have a plethora of options to go to. They could run a screen, run up the middle, an option. They could take a deep shot. This defense has to stay on their toes. And Gaiman will take that zone run up the middle. He's brought down. Gaiman looks like he's in a ton of pain there on the field.
He's slow to get up, does not, looks to be hurt.
Gaiman able to get up and start walking off the field. Looks like his knee is what's hurting him. Still standing up on the sideline. He's keeping his helmet on, trying to play through it. As here comes the Salesianum punt unit yet again on this 4th and 3. Here's James McGovern ready to kick this one away. McGovern's punt is up and just about nowhere else as that one bounces at the 30-yard line before being downed by Austin Thomas at the 31, where the Cavaliers will take over.
Very high punt. And didn't go very far, but stopped a return from happening. So Middletown will have another drive past the 30-yard line.
Middletown takes over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Sal's making a shift in their defensive line, taking Phil Tejan Kamara out from the edge and shifting nose tackle Justin McGill there as they fill that nose spot with Lucas Lyons, number 40. As Cunningham senses back in motion, he fires to that bubble screen for him. Goes nowhere. Roman Triviano on the coverage.
Jerry Cunningham's pass incomplete. Intended for number 4, Amari Glover. Number 42, Roman Triviano in the coverage for Salesianum. 2nd and 10 for the Cavaliers.
Cunningham sends a receiver in motion again. Play action, he's going to keep this one. Able to get outside of Teal. Tries to hurdle Jay Burr. Does not work as Burrell's going to get the tackle there. 1st down, Cavaliers.
Cunningham's been liking the keepers, the QB keepers a lot this game. He's been able to get a good, some good few yards out of it, especially here. We just saw him go for the hurdle. He's not afraid to use his legs as a runner and fight for those extra last few yards.
Cunningham has that trio on his left side, but he'll just hand this one off up the middle. Goes absolutely nowhere. Justin McGill, Lucas Lyons, and Roman Triviano are there.
Number 40, Lucas Lyons, a hit for Salesianum.
Second and 9. Cunningham's got 2 receivers each side. Sends his back in motion, drops back. Blitz is coming. Checks it down for minimal gain there. 3rd down and 6.
Sal's done a good job of getting to the quarterback and stopping the run. Their defensive front has just been incredible all game, and it's been part of the reason why Middletown hasn't been able to get too much going on offense so far.
It looks like we have a Cavalier down. Looks like a non-contact injury there. Just ran his route. Hopefully he's just cramping. As he'll be assisted off the field. It's Mekhi Walker there, the senior, trying to just jog it off and get back in the game as soon as possible. Cavalier offense will retake the field after that quick injury timeout.
3rd and 6 for the Cavaliers.
Cunningham got 2 receivers each side. Sends one in motion. He drops back the pass. That one is broken up by Austin Thomas. Incredible job there from the senior safety. Just able to get under that ball, put a hand in there, and fight all the way to the ground.
Austin Thomas at safety, he saw the pass, able to run up, get his hand in there, stop the huge pass from happening, force a 4th down and another punt for Middletown. Their offense just not able to get anything going.
Thomas, a dual sport athlete here at Salesianum. Not only is he a star on the football field, but he's a star for both indoor and outdoor track, specializing in the hurdle events, competing in state championships. the last 2 years. There's a flag on the play. Delay a game against the Cavaliers. This will push the punt back. Might actually be more comfortable position for Cunningham as he's shown off his legs earlier tonight. This one might be a bit easier to pin inside the 10.
He's been doing an incredible job punting. You see Salesianum put a returner in the backfield this time.
Snap is low, however, he's booting this one away. Unfortunately, his leg is not able to do the same thing. I stand corrected as that takes a very Cavalier favorable bounce before it's batted and downed at the 6-yard line. And the Sal's again starting in their own, inside their own 10-yard line. Just under 9 left in the second quarter.
Special teams in Middletown doing a great job on the punt kicks. They've been done a great job on kicking the ball deep, forcing Salesianum to start another drive inside their own 10. Have another long field ahead of them.
Running back to Steer Gaiman taking the field again after going down with an injury, although he's in the slot right now as Nab has 5 receivers. Cavaliers show blitz out of their 3-3 formation, what they usually run. They're still in the nickel though. Nab looks to throw. He's going over the middle, intercepted. Jamar Taylor was in some pretty physical coverage. He hit the deck before that ball got to the DB.
It's his second interception of the night, and it gives Middletown some good field position once again. And that's just unlucky by the offense. The receiver just was not able to get to the ball, knocked down, and it'll be Middletown football in the red zone.
Nab was just trying to avoid that safety there, trying to get the ball out quick to his most open receiver. Tried to force that one over the middle to Taylor. The linebacker dropped back in coverage. Timed him up perfectly. So here come the Cavs to start this drive. Cunningham forgot to put his helmet on, but he took the field. He's not allowed to be in for this play, because the Cavaliers have to send in either a backup quarterback or a wildcat or something. It looks like they're going to give sophomore Max Phipps a rep here. After the trivial mental mistake there. Phipps, handoff off the middle, it's fumbled. Recovered again there by Amari Glover. Glover tries to swing that one around the right side for some sort of gain. He's unable to get anything. That'll be a loss of about 2 yards on the play.
They're lucky to hold on to that. That could have been very bad for Middletown. We do have a replay of the interception, and he's just forcing a throw, wasn't able to get it to him, and yeah, he's going to give up a safety if he didn't throw that, and tried to force something that wasn't going to work out.
Again, Nab was just a little tunnel vision to get it to his favorite target, as you were saying earlier tonight, Luca. Taylor has half of Nab's touchdowns on the year. There's a timeout called by the Cavaliers with 7:46 left in the second half, or pardon me, second quarter. Trying to get the right play call on, trying to avoid a delay of game.
Please visit SalesSports.com. That's www.salessports.com. Good luck to all teams completing this ball.
Cunningham and the Cavalier offense take the field yet again. Receiver in motion. Cunningham hand off to the left side there. As Amari Glover is able to get back just to the original line of scrimmage here. 3rd down and 10 in the red zone for the Cavs.
Ryan Vankerhoven and number 55, Justin McGill, in on the hit for the South.
Still the 3rd and 10, very long. They had a good starting field position, but they're not able to capitalize on this. And they have to settle for a field goal.
3rd and 10 for the Cavaliers.
Salesianum linebackers showing blitz here. Cunningham, empty backfield. He drops back to throw. He's dropping back. He's got pressure. He tries to dump this one. Bobbled, barely incomplete there by Daniel Davis. Davis's bobble let Austin Thomas try it. Or pardon me, Jet Healy there. Try and get in there and scoop it up right before it hit the turf. Healy unable to get there before that, however. It'll be 4th down and 10. A little long for a field goal, very short for a punt. Looks like the Cavaliers might have to go for this one.
They'll be staying on the field. 4th and 10, a long way to go.
4th and 10 for Middletown.
Cunningham looks to throw. He's got pressure. He's firing deep over the middle. Intercepted. There's Austin Thomas on that interception. AT again with the electric play from that safety position. Having a great time on homecoming his senior year.
Salesianum respond with an interception of themselves. Austin Thomas making huge plays and stops. He made the 3rd down stop on the last Middletown drive, and here he has an interception to give Salesianum the ball back.
However, this is a little bit of a double-edged sword there, as now Brady Knapp, for I believe this is the 3rd time, will start in his own end zone. But they say 3rd time's the charm. Let's see if Knapp can lead the Sal's to a successful drive as he hands this one up the middle to Gaiman. He's brought down. Forward progress gets him to the 2-yard line. Fortunately for the Sal's, not a safety. Middletown defense wanted it though. So you can see they were still pushing Gaiman after his progress was stopped, trying to put him in the end zone for a quick 2 points.
Very wise to run. Last 2 times they tried to pass from this position, they threw interceptions. So this run almost was a safety, so they have to be very careful how they operate from this bad field position. Timeout will be called.
Now let's take a look at this replay of Austin's interception. You can see there Thomas, he just laid out for that one, diving there. Just incredible vision there from the senior.
Very desperate throw. He's under immense pressure by the pass rush. And once again, another forced throw for an interception.
Knapp not quite out of his own end zone, but he's about a yard closer than he was last play. Play action. Knapp, he's got pressure. Tries to throw it. Did he throw? He did not. Referee calls for a safety. Cavaliers extend their lead 9-6 now.
Have to give credit to the Middletown punt unit. They've done such a good job of pinning them deep, and the interception they got also on defense has just been huge. Now it's the Middletown's offense's job to capitalize off these, which they haven't really done so far. It's been mainly a defensive and special teams game on both teams.
So here comes Aiden DeLucia for the safety kickoff. As a coach, something you hope you never have to implement in game, but unfortunately, it is a reality of football. The Cavaliers getting the ball back here. 6 minutes left in the first half. Might try and extend it to a 2-score game because the Sal's get the ball back at halftime. There's DeLucia's kick. It's up. Recovered at the 31-yard line. This one's being taken past midfield. Zaire Grimes able to get to the Sal's 43-yard line. As Cavaliers, again, with incredible field position to start a drive.
Middletown take over 1st and 10 at the Salesianum 44-yard line. So here's the thing.
Cunningham sends his receiver in motion. Hands it off up the middle. Quick, easy gain of about 4 yards on that one. 2nd down and 6 for the Cavaliers.
Just a simple run down the middle. Good to get a few consistent yards. That's really what they need on this offense. Salesianum needs to be able to stop these runs down the middle.
Pick up a 4-second 6 for the Cavaliers.
There's number 53, Morgan Davis. Looked like he was hurting a bit after that play. He finally gets a sub to come in. It's Michael Adams, the sophomore, will replace him on the Cavalier O-line. Sal show blitz. Handoff to the left. Mekhi Walker's got plenty of room to get that 1st down before being kicked out at the 29.
Middletown making use of this good field position. Get another 1st down inside the 30. They're looking for a touchdown before they'll have to give the ball back over to Salesianum at halftime.
Cunningham, yet another handoff, again goes left. Just plenty of room down that left side, brought down inside the 10.
Another huge run by Mekhi Walker down the left side. Some good blocking also. Able to just run mostly untouched all the way down inside the 5.
1st and goal for Middletown.
Again, another handoff to Walker. This time the Salesianum D-line and linebackers are able to stop him in the backfield. 2nd and goal from the 7.
They saw that play coming. They've seen it. Go to Walker multiple times in the last few plays.
Cunningham, play action to Walker. He's got pressure. He's hit by Odell Teal as he throws. Is that one? Looks like it was intended for Daniel Davis, but I can't really be too sure. That one just trying to avoid the sack.
Austin Thomas. James Salesianum.
Third and about 7 yards to the goal. They're looking for this. They have 2 more plays to score a touchdown.
Third and goal for Middletown from the 8-yard line.
Looks like we have another timeout on the field. This one taken by the Sal's. That's their third of the half. Middletown still has 2 remaining. And 4 minutes in the first half. Third and long in the red zone. See how aggressive the Cavaliers are going to be. Here's Darian Cunningham back in the gun. He's got trips right. He fires quickly. Intended for Daniel Davis. That was a one-read play. But Yah Smith, perfect on the coverage, keeping Davis out.
A good job doing a good legal pick on him, making sure he has no chance of getting to the ball. So he was looking for the end zone, was not able to get it.
Now we have another 4th and long in the red zone. They're going to keep the offense on the field here as they trust their defense in case they turn over on downs. It's Cunningham, play action. He's rolling right, he fires. Another interception from AT as he knocks down a cameraman, and he is ecstatic.
AT once again interception and another 4th down stop. It's 3rd time he's gotten a possession-changing stop, and it's another interception. Huge for Salesianum. They've been incredible on these 4th downs. And AT, incredible job at safety.
Now let's take a quick look at that replay of the interception while the offense takes the field. See Thomas again just able to undercut that throw perfectly. As here goes Nab again out of his own end zone. You know, maybe 4th time's the charm, Luca.
Yeah, we'll have to see. They've been very unlucky from this position, a safety and 2 interceptions.
As Nab looks to throw. He's got time, he's also got pressure. He's going deep for Tyseer Jones. And it's intercepted again.
I might have just jinxed it, but there is a flag.
There is a flag on the play. Celebration looked a lot more than excessive. And there's a flag in the backfield as well after the play.
There is a flag on the play.
I assume they're for the same thing. But if they're for different things on the same play, this could be largely beneficial for the Sal's.
The referees are discussing the potential flags.
There's unsportsmanlike defense and another unsportsmanlike defense. One of them was that flexing over top of Tyseer Jones. The other one I didn't quite get a good look at, but it was in the backfield after Nab had thrown the pick. So it'll be 30 yards against the Cavaliers. You know, Luca, you were saying in the first quarter there about these pointless penalty yards the Cavs are giving to the Sal's. And I just found 30 of them.
Yeah, not too good. I do believe it was after the throw. Cavaliers may be keeping the ball. Yes, they are. Their quarterback is on the field. They're after the penalty, so they're still backed up. Huge yardage they just gave up because of pointless penalties.
Cavaliers go from starting at midfield to starting at their own 29-yard line in the blink of an eye.
After the penalties, Middletown take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And here's Cunningham again on the field. Handoff up the middle. This time, Makai Walker is stopped dead in his tracks. Unable to hit the gap the way he'd been doing it on the previous drive. Second down and 9.
Salesianum is out of timeouts, so if the Cavaliers want to just run the clock out and head to halftime, they very much can, assuming to get these first downs. Salesianum will have no way to stop the clock.
Cunningham sends another receiver in motion. Handoff up the middle yet again. Again, short gain. This will lead to third down. What looks like 6.
Walker, ball carrier for Middletown.
Sal's taking Kevin McConaughey out of his linebacker spot and putting Tyseer Jones in at corner and immediately reversing their decision as there's a man in motion. Here's Cunningham in the pocket. He's going deep. Jet Healy able to get a finger on it, but not much more. Unable to come up with the third interception for the Sal's, but that is a big third down stop.
6, Darius Pope. Yaheem Smith, Jet Healy in coverage for Salesianum.
Be another punt for Middletown special teams unit. They've been great on these punts so far this game, and they have another chance to pin the Sal's back deep.
Jet Healy back for Salesianum.
Cavaliers have a lot of unique punt formations here. They have a lot of options as that one's over Cunningham's head. He's running around, and that's a horrible punt. Jeez, that rolls out of bounds, not even past midfield, or pardon me, just barely past midfield. And the Sal's take over with incredible field position in just over 2 minutes.
The long snapper just really did the punter dirty, just threw it way over his head and wasn't able to get the punt off in time, had to kick it on the run, and that's what happens. Salesianum going to get incredible field position at midfield rather than being pinned back at their 10-yard line like they have on previous drives.
Here's Nab and Coach Deladon's favorite formation, 4 receivers and Gaiman to his left. Nab confirms the play call with the sideline, sends Gaiman to his other side, drops back to throw, looks right to Jamar Taylor for a 6-yard gain. Taylor able to fall forward. Might make it second and a short 4.
Less than 2 minutes left in the half. Less than 2. 1:45.
Nab hands it up the middle to Gaiman. Gaiman breaks one tackle, able to cut it back after going wide, falling forward for the first down. Not much more. He's brought down in bounds. There's a flag on the play after the play. So it might be coming back.
Just holding on the offense.
Unfortunate penalty there for the Sal's.
Less than 2 minutes.
As they will repeat this first down.
Salesianum will take over 1st and 10 and throw in 45 yards.
First down and 10 for the Sal's. Nab looks to throw. He's got Jamar Taylor on the slant, just behind him. Just unable to make the connection.
Small miscommunication, unable to connect with his favorite receiver.
Second down and 10 for the Sal's. 1:16 left in the first half. Nab's got 3 receivers on his left, Gaiman and Sean Lewis on his right side. Middletown shows blitz on that right side. Nab's got pressure. He's able to step up in the pocket. He fires this one. He's hit as he throws, incomplete. That one intended for James Elias. There is a flag in the backfield.
This could be on the defense.
It's either holding or roughing.
Looks like roughing, but we will see the call.
It's just picked up. I think it was thrown initially for roughing, but picked up after quick conversation because that hit looked as he was throwing and appeared to be just on time. As here's 3rd down and 10 for the Sal's. Nab looking for his play call. Power toss there to Gaiman. Gaiman's able to slip a tackle in the backfield, but is brought down immediately after. It'll be 4th down and long for the Sal's. There's a timeout taken by the Cavaliers. Their second of the half. They got 1 left, trying to preserve as much clock as possible to go down and score before they have to give the ball back to Salesianum.
Well, just about a minute and a timeout to get a touchdown or field goal, any type of points.
Sal sent out James McGovern for the 3rd time tonight to punt this one away. It's the most usage he's gotten in one game so far this season. McGovern's punt, this one a lot farther than his previous one as it's recovered, and Jay Burrell there able to stop that one before a return could happen. Just Sal's pin the Cavaliers back inside their own 20.
Trying to hang on to the turn, see if he could break a tackle and make a run, but just completely swallowed up. Couldn't get anything out of it.
Middletown will start 1st and 10 to their own 19-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. They called that timeout on 4th down, so I can imagine they're going to be as aggressive as possible here. And I stand corrected as they send out that kneel formation. They're just going to send it to half. With one more knee they have to take. They can take it anytime now as they're inside that 40-second mark. And the play clock is no longer a restriction. As there's another knee taken by Darian Cunningham. And that'll do it for the first half of action. The Sal's down 9-6 against the Cavaliers. This has been a very special teams game so far, Luca. Give us a rundown of how that first half happened.
Well, we started off with Salesianum touchdown and a missed extra point, putting them at 6. And a lot of interceptions and punts later. The Cavaliers were able to get a touchdown themselves with the extra point and able to secure a safety as Nab threw multiple interceptions and got highly pressured in his own 10-yard line. Very bad game for the Salesianum offense when backed up.
The Sal's look to turn this one around after a short break. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Salesianum, Ursuline, Padua, Sub, Marching Band, and the Padua Cheer Team. Salesianum has had a music program since the opening of the school in 1903, has had a music marching band since the 1940s. Since the 1970s, we have welcomed musicians and the band from members from our sister schools, Padua and Varsity. The band has performed throughout the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean. Recently, the marching band has won regional awards for Best Drumline and Best Band Front, and have earned first-place trophies in several competitions. The band is under the direction of Brian Cox, assisted by John Castonguay and Jack Cuprion. Drill design is by Nick Merson. The Padua cheer team is coached by Maria Catalina and Emma Robinson. The drum major is Hannah Lasky. The wind captain is Matthew Adam, and drumline captain is Rocco Malatesti. This year's halftime show is called Hot, 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 and features the 1974 hit song by the Ohio Players, Fire. We follow with Buster Poindexter's Hot, 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 and Burning Down the House by Talking Heads. Our closing number is the 2023 hit, single by Chapel Roan, Hot to Go. Drum major Hannah Lasky, is your band ready? Sup marching band, you may begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Abysinio Stadium. We're just coming back from halftime, and the Middletown Cavaliers lead the Sal's 9-6 after a defensive and special teams masterclass. I'm Tim Grace alongside Luca Pia. Luca, what are you expecting to see in the second half?
Well, both teams have been absolutely incredible on defense and special teams, as Tim said, but offensively, both teams are struggling. Brady Knabb threw for 3 interceptions, and the Sal's also gave up a safety ball backed up multiple times inside their own 10-yard line. On defense, Austin Thomas has been outstanding on 3rd and 4th down with 2 interceptions and a 3rd down pass breakup. I expect this game to continue to be a run-heavy matchup on both sides. The passing game just hasn't been able to develop for either team.
And here's Tyseer Jones to recover this kick. Of course, the Sal's won the toss and deferred. So now they get the ball to start this half. And here goes Tyseer Jones, able to dive forward at about the 40-yard line, marked out of bounds, the 43. Incredible return from him. And as we've been saying, just special teams masterclass this entire game, but especially this season from Tyseer Jones. He's been incredible on the return unit for the Sal's, and he's got a bright future. He's only a junior. Next year, and even looking later into this year, he's going to be a key piece of this Salesianum team. And here comes Brady Knabb. He's got 5 wide receivers. Brings Gaiman into the backfield and hands it off up the middle. Gaiman's able to cut inside of that edge, but he's brought down by a linebacker. Minimal gain there. It's about 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Able to get a good 4 yards on the play, and able to get just short of midfield. Start off the drive, another 5 receiver setup.
Knabb, he's looking to throw. Decides to take it on his own. He's able to get the 1st down. Breaks a couple tackles. Knabb with a stiff arm. There goes Brady Knabb. Goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. That's the type of start the Sal's wanted to have to this second half.
Quarterback draw just takes the snap, runs down, and breaks multiple tackles. Tries not to, just refuses to slide. Gets even a stiff arm as he continues to fight for those yards all the way into the Cavaliers' 38-yard line.
Shades of Jackson Dart from that powerful run out of the quarterback. Still no running back. As he sends Jamar Taylor in motion back out. Knabb throws, looks to Taylor, he's covered, he's got pressure. Knabb stepping up in the pocket, and he's brought down. There's a Cavalier sack.
He'll erase some of the yards he got from the long rush. They're going to give him some forward progress, though. Not going to be as bad of a sack as where he ended up landing.
Knabb finally has Gaiman on his right hip. Cavaliers safeties playing a little low. Knabb is looking for the play call. Got press coverage on Jamar Taylor. Knabb looks to throw. Taylor on that comeback. Great catch there for Jamar Taylor, breaking a tackle, jumping up and being brought down.
Another short pass just to the outside. That's what we always see out of Jamar Taylor and Brady McNabb. They're able to run around and get the nice hurdle for a few extra yards as well.
3rd and 6.
E.J. Cotton comes in here to give Gaiman a breather. Cotton, a very powerful runner for the Salesianum offense as the Cavalier D-line shows blitz. Again, you got this heavy press coverage towards the bottom of your screen against Jamar Taylor. Deladon might give him a go route here, try and get him to beat his man one-on-one. Another comeback for Taylor. Knabb, plenty of time in the pocket. He's rolling out. He's being chased, decides to take it on his own. He's lit up out of bounds. There's a flag against the Cavaliers.
It's just a completely unnecessary hit. He leads with the helmet and just blows him up as he's already going out of bounds. That's going to be free 15 yards for the Sal's. And once again, penalties cursing the Middletown Cavaliers.
I mean, line judge might be talking with the head official here Nab might have still been in bounds. They might need to pick this one up. Is not the case, however. Sal's able to squeeze 15 extra yards out of the big play that electrifies this Salesianum student section, wearing all black with their brand new Spirit Week shirts.
After the penalty, Salesianum will start 1st and 10 at the Middletown 19-yard line.
Nab still has Cotton in the backfield. One tight end set. Gives it to Cotton up the middle. E.J. Cotton, powerful run there. Able to push forward, lean through the tackle. Line judge gives him 3 yards on that play. E.J. Cotton, only a sophomore, able to have such heavy contributions to this varsity football team. Very impressive as he takes another inside handoff on the counter. He's got plenty of room. And again, just diving forward through the tackle, refusing to stop, giving effort. Will be 3rd down and short for the Sal's.
Getting these good few runs up the middle for a good few yards every play could be enough to set up a good 3rd and short.
Nab sends Devin Hassan in motion. Roman Trubiano in that H-back position. There's a handoff to Cotton. Cotton's tripped in the backfield.
Tripped up in the backfield by number 8, Corbin.
Corbin on the stop. It was tried to beat him, but he had one man to beat, and he had a huge open field ahead of him, but gets wrapped up and stopped for a loss of yards. They're staying on the field, however.
Keeps the offense on the field, as you were saying, Luca. Nab, play action. He's rolling out right. He's got pressure. Tries to stiff arm the defender in the pocket. Unable to. It's a turnover on downs. The Cavaliers taking over at the Sal's 25-yard line.
They did not fall for that play action at all. They just went straight for the quarterback. In order to get the sack, he had no time to throw it. Just had the defender straight up in his face.
Here comes a Middletown offense for the first time this half, led by senior quarterback number 7, Darian Cunningham. Cunningham hasn't thrown it too much, but he's been a good piece in this running offense for some option plays. Of course, Cunningham has been picked off twice by Austin Thomas. He sends his receiver in motion. Odell Teal drops back from the line. There's a handoff to the left on the counter play. Stopped after pretty good gain of about 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 for the Cavaliers. Roman Trubiano gets that tackle.
Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5 for the Cavaliers.
Cunningham tries to get the Sal's to jump off sides again. Doesn't quite work. See Trube showing blitz up the middle. And that's exactly what he does on this handoff up the middle. Stopped by Ryan Vankerhoven and Odell Teal getting that gang tackle.
Another run stopped, force a 3rd down. Both offenses have been struggling to move the ball.
Sal is sending in an extra DB in number 4, Tyseer Jones. They've done this a couple times. The Cavaliers are in big pass formation, as that's what they're going to do. Cunningham's rolling out. He's brought down out of bounds behind the line. 4th down and long for the Cavaliers. Cunningham, not only is he a good quarterback for this Middletown offense, he's also an incredible punter for their special teams. It looks like he might be coming off the field for this punt.
Number 8, Jet Healy, back for Salesianum.
Never mind, he was just getting his play call from coach.
Punt formation for the Cavaliers.
He has been taking a couple steps forward before his punt. Looks like he might be faking it every single time. And it doesn't help that the Cavaliers have a ton of different punt formations. And this one, he drops. It's scooped up by Justin McGill. McGill unable to be brought down by Cunningham alone, but he's able to be brought down by the rest of the Cavalier punt team. The Sal's blocked yet another punt. I don't know how many that is this season, but this special teams unit has been on fire these past couple weeks, and Justin McGill able to scoop that one up. I'd say that's about a 5-yard punt return for the big fella.
The Cavs long snapper gave another horrible snap to the punter, and he bobbled the catch, and he was rushing the kick and ends up botching it and rolls right into Salesianum's special teams unit. Incredible field position to start this drive.
Here's Brady Knapp back in the red zone here with E.J. Cotton at his hip, or pardon me, Jasir Gaiman at his hip, and Gaiman goes up the middle, diving forward through contact for 5 yards. Nab with 4 receivers, handoff again to Gaiman, that zone run. Salesianum's bread and butter. Gaiman another 3 yards on that carry. Third down. And we'll call it 4 yards to go.
On the tackle for Middletown. 3rd and 3 for Salesianum.
Salesianum looking to convert this red zone opportunity.
Devin Hassan goes in motion. Nab looking to throw. There's a flag on the play. False start. Push the Sal's back to 3rd and long in the red zone. However, they are able to get a first down without scoring. They have to be put down inside the 2-yard line for that to happen. Nab in the gun with 4 receivers. Looks to throw. He's got pressure. Rolling left. Looks right. Firing as he's hit. Scooped up by big Gabe Medico. And there's a flag on the play after that. Looks like he was hit just after he dumped that one up. Might be grounding though. See what the official ruling is.
He also might not have been an eligible receiver. He is an offensive tackle.
I mean, he wasn't downfield. He just happened to be in the vicinity of a tipped pass.
Sure, yeah. We'll see what the call is.
A plethora of options for what these referees could have been thinking. Although the official rule is that if the pass is tipped, anybody can go try and catch it. Of course, 3 different officials, 3 flags. They could be throwing for different things. But it looks like the ruling is ineligible receiver downfield.
Illegal touching. Offense. Lost him down.
Call illegal touching on the offense there.
As the Cavalier D-line did not get a hand on that skied ball from Nab. Medico was not allowed to go for it. Got 4th down and 30 for the Sal's to convert here. Cavalier defense shading very deep, trying to prevent anything from going over the air. Devin Hassan goes in motion. Nab drops back. He's got pressure. He's rolling left. dumps it off, tries to go for Jasir Gaiman. Gaiman unable to reach out for that one, just a little overthrown. There's a turnover on downs. The Cavaliers will take over at the Sal's 30-yard line.
Brady Knapp has had a lot of pressure on him this drive, and he's getting blitzed a lot and struggling to get the ball out quick enough to find an open receiver. It'll be a result in a turnover on downs.
Middletown take over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Darian Cunningham in the shotgun. Handoff up the gut. There's plenty of room there for Amari Glover. Glover's being chased down by 3 Sals. Laying out for him is Jay Burrell, but he's unable to get him before he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Middletown.
He found an open gap in the line. There is a flag down. This could be for the celebration after the play. As I was saying, there was an open gap in the line. He takes it. The linebackers were not there to stop him. He just had an open field ahead of him, just charging down. And huge run. That'll give them a 2-score lead over the Sals. Getting a replay of this, and he just has open field. No one's able to get there. He's not able to be stopped in time.
Referee's taking a long time to talk this one over.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Middletown.
What number was that, Bob?
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Cavaliers after that play. Coach Deladon elects to take that 15 yards on the kickoff.
Middletown just needs to watch for their penalties. That's another free 15 yards for Salesianum when they get the ball back after this kickoff. See how much of a factor that becomes after the extra point.
Braden Kelly on for the point after.
Here's Braden Kelly for the Cavaliers to put this one away. Syer Grimes to hold it. Kelly's kick is up and good. Score now 16-6. The Cavs up 10 on the Sals.
4:30 remaining in the third quarter. It's Middletown 16, Salesianum 6.
Bob, did you say number 6? Thank you.
And again, Tyseer Jones and Jasir Gaiman back deep to recover this one for the Sals.
Number 3, Jasir Gaiman. Number 4, Tyson.
They'll be looking for a kick return touchdown. It'll be a very efficient way to shift this momentum on their side.
And it's certainly possible here with these 15 extra yards that they get after the unsportsmanlike being applied now. Braden Kelly He's 2 for 2 on extra points. See how he is for this extra long kickoff. As it's a squibber recovered by Tai Wu. The Cavalier 43-yard line. Wu backpedaling to catch that one. Elects to drop down to cover the ball, giving the South good field position, just shy of midfield. As Brady Knapp looks to improve his night and put the Sal's back on the board.
Salesianum will take over 1st and 10.
Knapp sends Gaiman out of the backfield. Gaiman returns to Knapp's hip. Knapp takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Quick completion to Tyseer Jones. Jones lowers the shoulder. He's still not down, leaning forward. A single chain link shy of the first down there. Oh, pardon me, he was able to reach just far enough, barely getting that first down.
Tyseer Jones able to fall on top of a Middletown defender and was able to just get right back up and run and reach across for the first down. Huge play and to start this drive off.
Looks like we have a Cavalier needing a little bit of assistance off the field. It's number 3, Eric Dawkins. And here go the Sal's. 1st and 10. Brady Knapp sends Jones in motion. Hand off up the middle to Gaiman. Gaiman's got good room on that zone run. 2nd down and 7 after the quick carry.
Tripped up by number 8, Mackay Corbin. Pick up a 3, 2nd and 7 for Salesianum.
Knapp still confirming that play call. Got 3 receivers on the left. Drops back to throw, fires quickly to James Elias. Down immediately.
Brady Knapp's pass complete to number 14, James Elias.
A 9-yard catch for Elias.
3rd and 2 for Salesianum.
3rd and short. Knapp goes up the middle to Gaiman. Gaiman powering through. Forward progress was stopped. What looks like just barely shy of a first down marker. The Sal sending in Jet Healy, Roman Trubiano, and E.J. Cotton for this Wildcat formation. The first time tonight they've pulled it out, but it's been a staple of their offense this season.
Going for it, 4th and short. They need 2 scores.
Healy takes this one. He's got plenty of room, powering forward there. About a 7-yard rush there for the defensive back, turned Wildcat. He's able to power through. Great blocks there from Roman and EJ. Just setting that hole up perfectly for him to power through. And Jet stays in the game at that Wildcat. Sends Devin Hassan in motion. Fakes the pitch to EJ Cotton. Jet Healy again, just crawling forward through contact.
Jet Healy on the direct snap.
Able to get maybe a net yard on that play. As Brady Knapp and Jasir Gaiman come back in with a whole host of plays ready to fire off quickly. Knapp drops back. He's got time. He steps up in the pocket. He's got room over the middle, sliding after a quick 5-yard gain. Third down and medium for the Sal's.
To the 30-yard line.
Brady Knapp using his legs there for a good short run, sliding to avoid contact. They'll go for third down. They need this conversion.
Safety's pressing up. Knapp looks to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Avoids a hit. Dumps it off as he's getting sacked. He's outside the pocket. No flags on the play. And I jinxed it. There is a flag in the backfield. That ball did not go out of bounds. Didn't look like there was a receiver in the vicinity. Although Knapp was outside the pocket, so they have to discuss a little bit, make sure they got it right.
We'll have to see if the ball went across the line of scrimmage as he pitched the ball. If it was short, it would be grounding. Otherwise, he was outside the pocket, as Tim said, so it should be an incomplete pass, but we'll have to see what the refs call.
And referees, after conferring quickly, pick it up. Incomplete pass, the official ruling. 4th and 8 for the Sal's. In an odd spot here. Way too short to punt, a little too long for a field goal. They're going to keep the offense on the field. As Knapp looking to throw. Going quickly to Gaiman. Gaiman tripping forward. There is a flag on the play. But as of right now, Gaiman looks like he got that first down.
Pass is complete to number 3, Jasir Gaiman. Holding offense.
And this one's going to come back. Holding against the Sal's. Just unfortunate. Trying to buy Knapp as much time as possible. Unfortunately there, the blocks just weren't clean enough.
It was definitely a very good throw and catch, but holding call will bring them back.
4th down and 13 now for the Sal's.
They may want to decide to punt, but we'll have to see.
Sending a tight end in. It's number 19, Gavin Toto.
Holding offense. That penalty's declined. First down, Middletown.
Cavaliers decline the penalty. Force the turnover on downs.
Apparently he did not make the line to gain, and no point in accepting a penalty if you're getting the ball anyway, so they will decline it, keep possession. Middletown first down.
Darian Cunningham back on the field. He's got Makai Walker to his left. A tight end and 3 receivers. Sends one of them in motion. Handoff up the gut to Walker. Walker's got room on those blocks. He's able to evade some pressure. It's Walker versus Smith. Yaheem Smith able to nudge Walker out of bounds after that massive rush, flipping the field for the Cavaliers.
It's just a few missed tackles by the linebackers. He could have gone down much earlier, but he was able to dodge a few hits and just keep going and taking the empty space. Huge play. Put themselves at the 40.
1st and 10, Middletown at the Salesianum 40-yard line.
Cunningham. There's another handoff up the middle. Walker bounces this one to the left side. Brought out of bounds after about 7 or 8 yards. They'll call it 2nd down and a very long 4 for the Cavaliers. Cunningham Another handoff up the middle. Walker able to break 2 bunches of tackles, powering forward through to the first down marker, reaching forward, getting that ball across the 24-yard line is where the spot will be.
The defense needs to be able to make these tackles. They missed almost 3 on that play, and 2 plays previously they gave up a huge run because they're missing tackles. Their linebackers need to be able to stop this run. Has been a huge part of the Middletown offense.
Cavaliers taking this one, just electing to send it to the quarter break. No need in running an extra play when you can get this extra breather and a little bit of time. As we enter the 4th quarter now, the Cavaliers up 16-6 against the Sal's. Very defensive game. The Sal's are going to need to start a comeback now if there is one to be had. First and 10 for the Cavaliers to open this 4th quarter. 12 more minutes of a very low-scoring game. As Cunningham will keep this one on his own. He's chased out of bounds and tripped up by Matt Castelvera.
Cunningham's running game has been a huge part of the offense for the Cavaliers. Been a very important asset. We just saw there, good 3-yard run.
Cunningham sends a man in motion. Hand off to the right side to Walker again. Walker brought down after a long 3-yard rush there. Crucial 3rd down here for the Sal's. They need to stop this one behind the line of scrimmage if they have a real shot of getting this ball back, keeping it a 2-score game. As Cunningham takes it on the keeper. He jukes inside, plenty of room for a touchdown for the Cavaliers. There is a flag on the play. This one is probably going to be coming back.
There's some good blocking on the right side, but there is a flag. This is most likely coming back. We'll have to see. It is holding on the offense. It is coming back. Another penalty stopping. Big play.
Moves from 3rd and manageable to 3rd and long for the Cavaliers. This will definitely change the play call. They can't run that option again, lest they risk going to 4th down.
After the penalty at 3rd and 12 for the Cavaliers.
Cunningham, power option, unable to pitch that one late as he's brought down in the backfield by a horde of Sal's led by Jay Burrell. It'll be 4th down and about 15 for the Cavaliers.
It's an interesting play call considering how many Sal's defenders were in the box in that play. It's like they're preparing for a short run, and that's what's going to happen. You run the ball on 3rd and long. They are staying on the field, however. This could...
Again, just that weird field position. You got to convert this 4th down. Maybe just go for an arm punt.
17 for Middletown.
But here's Cunningham. Timeout on the field from the Cavaliers. They're unable to get a good play call in. Electing to call this timeout. Just under 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Cavalier offense now. Split backfield, 3 receivers. Cunningham drops back to throw. He's got plenty of protection. Fires, that one's batted down by Jay Burrell on the coverage there. Able to turn it over on downs. Not quite an arm punt. Jay Burrell, high IQ play there. Instead of catching that one, he saves the Sal's 20 yards and elects to just bat that one straight to the turf.
Cunningham definitely underthrew that a little bit. If he throws that a little bit higher, definitely much better of a chance for the receiver to catch that. Otherwise, just complete lockdown on the corner there. Could not complete the pass, and instead of taking the pick, we'll swat it down, giving Salesianum that extra few yards of field position.
Now here comes the Salesianum offense. Nab, he's going deep for Tyseer Jones. Jones beats his man, and he slips the ball just on his back shoulder. He slipped through that one just through his hands.
He had nobody on him. He was wide open after beating his man, who slipped and fell. And then he ends up doing the same on a wide open catch. Fortunately missing the big play.
Just an unlucky turn of events there. Jones able to beat his man deep enough. The length was there. It's just Jones had broken in a little bit, turned his shoulder, and Nab had intended for that one to go on the fade. Just threw that one a little bit before Jones broke. Be 2nd down and 10 after what could have been an electric play. There's Nab as Cavalier D-line shows blitz, trying to stun, confuse the Sal's up front. As Nab shifts game into his left side, sends Hassan in motion behind the 2 of them. Nab, he's throwing. Quick pass to Tyseer Jones. Jones able to get it through the coverage there. Incredible strong hands there by the junior.
The confidence Nab has in Tyseer Jones to make that kind of a throw and know he's going to come down with it. That goes wrong. It's an interception going the other way.
36 for Salesianum.
Here's Nab with 3rd and medium now. He's got 4 receivers. And of course, Gaiman. Gaiman goes in motion now. There's a timeout taken by Salesianum. Trying to get just the perfect play call here. Trying to get 6 yards here, maybe send someone on the option just to see what can happen if they take a shot. We got 8:49 left in this game. The Sal's down 10.
They really need to score on this drive. Even if it's just a field goal, something to get themselves on the board and put it within a one-score game, and then allow their defense to do the rest.
Let's hear it for this world famous Padua cheerleader.
Salesianum offense comes out in that same formation they just were in. This time Gaiman goes out to the other side. Nab looks to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going deep for James Elias. And it's bobbled. There's Riley Robinson, the freshman, on the coverage there for the Cavaliers. Just able to knock that one just out of reach from Elias.
James Elias. Broken up by number 16, Riley Robinson.
Tried throwing it up for the one-on-one deep, and catching that would have been huge for the offense. Now it's going to be a long walk back to the huddle. Falling down to third down.
Holding defense.
And that's brutal there, holding against the defense in that pass coverage. That gives the Sal's a free first down on that play. And helps them keep this drive alive.
Defense. Results first down.
Nab sends Devin Hassan in motion. It's a jet sweep to Hassan. Hassan trying to bend the corner. Hassan looks to throw. Dumps this one off. Incomplete pass is the ruling, and there's a flag on the play. Looks like Hassan was hit a little too late after that play.
It's a nice handoff, and tried to do it, throw it himself instead of taking a huge loss. And may have drawn a penalty as well. We'll have to see what comes of this. Never mind, they call intentional grounding on him.
Intentional grounding going against the wide receiver. That's just unfortunate. They tried to go for a little bit of trickery, get Hassan on that pass, but nothing's able to come of it.
Detention ground. Offense. Loss of down.
He's unable to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
And there's nobody in the vicinity.
Now 2nd and 25 for the Sal's. Cavaliers only have a 3-man front on defense here. There's Nab, pump fakes. Dancing in the pocket, fires quickly to Gaiman. Gaiman's able to tiptoe to the sideline. Get about 7, 8, maybe 9 yards on that, depending on where he finally stepped out. I'll call it 7 yards on that reception for Gaiman. Geez, only about 5 or 6. We have 3rd down and 15.
3rd and 16 for
A
Salesianum.
long way to go for this first down. Very much need it.
Nab looks to throw. He's going deep. Jamar Taylor tries to get that jump ball. He's just overthrown. 4th and long for the Sal's.
Having to punt here is very unfortunate, but can't go for it. This type of field position, having to go so far. And unfortunately, they'll have to hope their defense can make another stop.
Speaking of stops, looks like we have an injury timeout as Makai Walker is down in the backfield for the Cavaliers. Unable to get up. Sal's punt unit now. Here's James McGovern's punt. This one. This one's up. It's bouncing. Takes a favorable bounce for the Sal's. It's recovered. Brought to about the 26-yard line, where the Cavaliers offense will take over and try and eat this clock out.
Salesianum has 8 minutes and 2 timeouts to get a stop on defense and score twice. They need a 3 and out here. That's ideal for them.
There's Cunningham on the handoff. Right up the middle to Amari Glover. Glover stopped half a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. Second down, and what they're going to call 11. Cavaliers, 4 receivers, and of course a running back. Sal's responding to it with a dime. Here's another handoff up the middle. This one about 2 yards. Leads to third down and about 8.5. Phil Tejan Kamara with his second consecutive tackle there, just on those runs up the middle.
This will be a very important third down. A stoppage here would be absolutely incredible for Salesianum.
Cunningham, play action. Quick screen complete to Darius Pope. Pope's got plenty of room. Chased down and dragged out by Matt Casalvera. Gets a flag called on him for finishing that tackle a little too far out of bounds.
Another screen pass and just good blocking on the offense, and no one able to stop him. He's able to get a good run out of that.
Be a free 15 extra yards for the Cavaliers after what already was a massive play.
What number was that? 22?
Cunningham, he's got pressure. Unfortunate incompletion there. Intended to target Tyseer Young. Young was able to get a hand on it, but couldn't quite close the grip. Second down and 10. Sal's defense, crucial spot here, trying to hold the lead only to 10. Trying to make the job as easy as possible for their offense. This time continues to take down. Receiver goes in motion. Cunningham hands this one off. Quick 4-yard gain there for Amari Glover.
Runs the ball for Middletown. Wrapped up by number 44, Kevin McConaughey.
Crucial 3rd and 7. Defense, this might be their last chance to get a stop without letting the offense push into field goal range. It's getting closer and closer. It's making this a 2-touchdown game. Potentially even 3 scores.
3rd and 6 for the Cavaliers.
And trips on the left.
Sal's linebackers show blitz. This one's handed off up the middle. Lunging forward after contact. He stopped just a chain length shy of the first down marker.
Tackled by number 8, Jet Healy.
Jet Healy, the safety on that tackle. Got 4th down and short for the Cavaliers.
You definitely see them going for it on 4th and 1.
Just a routine run up the middle. Been getting them 3-4 yards at a time. So they got that dual backs in the backfield, sending receiver in motion. Goes back the other way now. Tries to get the defense to jump off that hard count. There's a timeout called by the Cavaliers. 5 minutes on the dot remaining in this one. Middletown. Only 1 timeout left.
It'd be a long field goal from here, most likely keeping their offense after the break.
Keeping that split backfield. He's got 2 receivers way wide. He just decides to run this one up the gut.
Looks like they made the first. See the official call.
Just barely got enough. This is the Cavaliers now. I'd expect them to keep the ball on the ground. No reason to produce unexpected risk of a turnover. So they remain with that split backfield. Cunningham sends a receiver in motion. Back again the other way. Now Cunningham on that option play, he gives it. There's just an easy 10-yard rush there for Mekhi Walker.
The motions were tripping up the corners, trying to stay on track, and left open a wide gap on the left side of the line of scrimmage, and an easy run up to first down, or almost a first down. It would be stopped just short, 2nd and 1.
Another receiver in motion. This time on the RPO. This one's brought down in the backfield. This will be 3rd down and about 3. As they were unfortunately not able to get that first down on that long run. And now this one stopped in the backfield. Gives the Sal's defense another shot.
They will use a timeout to stop the clock. If they get this stop, they'll have about 3 minutes left to get 2 scores.
Here comes the Cavalier offense after this timeout. Cunningham again putting his helmet on in the field of play. This time the referees
3rd and 3 for the
still,
Cavaliers.
they don't care as much this time, as they let him participate in this play. Offense flips the line. There's Cunningham on the speed option. He's stopped in the backfield. Combined tackle there. Jay Healy and Justin McGill. Healy went low, McGill went high. Cunningham went nowhere. The Sal's take their final of 3 timeouts with 3:23 remaining on this massive 4th down and 8. They're trying to get the ball back, preserve as much clock as possible to try and score twice to at least send it to overtime.
They're going to need an incredible offensive performance. If they make this field goal, it'll have to be 2 touchdowns, or they might just go for it, and Salesian will have to make another defensive stop. We'll see what they end up doing.
Cavaliers keeping their offense on the field, sending some receivers wide. There's Cunningham, drops to pass. Time in the pocket, he's firing for the end zone, and Yaheem Smith just barely drops what could have been an interception.
Cunningham
Looks like Smith's hurting after that one.
Smith. Salesianum will take over on down.
They didn't necessarily need the interception, though. It was already 4th down. And they most likely get better field position off an incompletion than intercepting it at the 1-yard line. As Salesianum offense will take the field, try and get a comeback going.
Yaheem Smith carried off the field there by Healy and Castlevera, hobbling his way to the bench. Looks like he just cramped up pretty bad. All he needs is some water, a bit of Gatorade. As Nab drops back, he's got time in the pocket, scrambles, tries to fire for Devin Hassan. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
We're going to be seeing a lot of deeper throws. They need to score very quickly on this drive to give themselves enough time to score a 2nd time.
We're also trying to keep it outside the hashes, trying to go. And speak of the devil, that's an incredibly deep pass. Intended for James Elias. Elias wanted a flag thrown. Doesn't get it. There's another interception for Nab, and the Cavaliers just about iced the game.
Nab throwing his 4th interception of the night. And it's just been a rough game for the Salesianum offense. A lot of turnovers, safety. Very tough. That was a lot of contact on the throw, but it was clean and falls incomplete, intercepted. Middletown will most likely be able to seal this game away.
Yaheem Smith still cramping up a little bit. Tyseer Jones will have to take his place at cornerback. Well, the Cavaliers look to chew this clock and improve their record to 5-3. Cunningham, handoff up the middle.
Walker takes the
7
ball.
yards on the game there for the Cavaliers.
Tackled by 55, Justin McGill.
2nd down and a long 3. clock is just ticking down. Middletown taking all the time in the world.
Salesianum is out of timeouts. They have no way to stop this clock. And a first down is most likely just game over.
Another handoff up the middle. Makai Walker this time stops at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two behind. It'll be 3rd down and 4 now. Sal's trying to stop this drive. Get a turnover on downs, hopefully. Maybe just a good punt return. Try and get the ball with more than 30 seconds left. And take as many deep shots as possible.
If they can get the stop, they'll have some time for their offense to do something. They get the stop and receive the punt. First down will just be a kneel.
There's Cunningham, takes that option, keeps it, and he's got plenty of room before being brought down by Jay Burrell and Austin Thomas. There's the first down for the Cavaliers. And that should do it.
Ball be spotted at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Cavaliers.
I don't know what's taking the Cavaliers so long to get to the line of scrimmage here. All they have to do is take a knee.
I think there was an injury on the play beforehand. As they get back to the line to line up in victory formation for Middletown. One more kneel down, and the game is over.
I mean, way either offense plays.
And there's the final snap. That will do it. 16-6 your final. Cavaliers able to come up with the W. Both teams' records now 5-3.
Overall, like very defensive game. Special teams on both teams had a major effect, and one of the major factors was just Brady Knabb throwing 4 interceptions and the offense just not able to get much going for Salesianum. While defensively, we had Austin Thomas in the first half with his 2 interceptions and a good 3rd down stoppage to give Salesianum the ball back. However, overall, just defensively, both teams did outstanding. Offensively, Salesianum just fell behind, and that's how we got 16-6. Middletown took the victory.
And of course, a huge thank you for watching from our entire WSAL crew. Of course, Enzo Pascatris, Brian Nickel, Nick Gotti, Thomas Drashilla, John Drost, Cole Creasy, then of course myself, Tim Grace, and Luca Pia alongside me. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good night.